I spoke to Wendy over the holidays.
You did?
Yeah.
What happened?
She seemed perfectly fine to me. Like, Wendy sounded like she could do radio tomorrow if she wanted to.
You reached out to her. She reached out to you. How did it happen?
Me.
Oh, she called you.
Yeah, and I don't know what incapacitated means in regards to dementia or whatever it is they say she was dealing with. But no, there ain't nothing incapacitated about Wendy Williams.
Recently, there has been a growing sense that someone in the entertainment industry is trying to silence Wendy Williams. It has become more clear that she should no longer be under a conservatorship. People who have had any recent contact with her have confirmed that she is improving, especially since her family gained access to her again. Wendy has been making remarkable progress in her recovery. But the person who was in charge of her care, her guardian Sabrina Morrissey, has been at the center of a storm of controversy. It all began when Sabrina made a series of allegations about Wendy's health, claiming that Wendy was permanently incapacitated due to early onset dementia. These claims were made in a court filing, and in that filing, Sabrina also requested that the court protect Wendy's privacy by sealing certain details about her health, family, and financial status. This raised suspicions, especially considering that Sabrina had not been forthcoming about Wendy's condition before. Many people questioned why Sabrina was suddenly asking for these privacy protections. There was an underlying feeling that Sabrina wanted to keep Wendy's condition under wraps to gain more control over her guardianship and finances. This was a red flag for many who had followed Wendy's journey. Just weeks earlier, there had been reports suggesting that Wendy was actually improving, not deteriorating. People were confused. How could someone go from being on the road to recovery to suddenly being deemed permanently incapacitated? It just didn't add up. Additionally, there was a lot of skepticism surrounding Sabrina's actions. In fact, Wendy herself had already accused Sabrina of stealing from her. Wendy claimed that while she was at her weakest, Sabrina had been taking advantage of her, making decisions that didn't seem to prioritize Wendy's well-being. At the time, these accusations weren't taken seriously, but now, as Wendy's health improves and she's able to go over her financial records, the details don't seem to match up. It appears that money may have been misappropriated, and Sabrina might have been involved in a larger scheme to keep Wendy under her control.
Guardian has not done a good job of protecting my mom. As long as she has people around who are yes people, I know that she's not getting the help that she needs. I'm afraid that she could die.
I want it for my son.
There are even claims that another individual, who was also allegedly involved with Sabrina, was helping to push this narrative that Wendy was permanently incapacitated. The goal, it seems, was to keep Wendy from regaining control of her life and finances, allowing those in charge of her guardianship to get away with potentially serious financial misconduct. A few weeks ago, Sabrina made her public statement in a court filing where she claimed Wendy had early onset dementia, causing her cognitive impairment. In this same filing, Sabrina asked the court to keep certain details private, including Wendy's health, family relationships, and financial situation. Many felt that Sabrina's request was less about protecting Wendy's privacy and more about keeping the public from knowing the truth about what was really happening behind closed doors. Prior to Sabrina's claims, there had been several reports that Wendy was improving. She was seen out and about, appearing healthy, vibrant, and fully aware of her surroundings. This raised even more questions about why Sabrina would make the claim that Wendy was permanently incapacitated. After all, how could someone who was reportedly getting better suddenly become so ill?
Hey, how you doing, Wendy Williams? How you doing, baby? You look good.
In Wendy's documentary from last year, she accused Sabrina of allegedly stealing from her, and Wendy's son, Kevin Jr., revealed that Wendy's dementia was actually alcohol-induced. Despite this, Sabrina reportedly continued to allow Wendy access to alcohol, which raised further concerns about whether Sabrina was truly acting in Wendy's best interest. At the same time, Wendy's family was prevented from seeing her, which meant they couldn't intervene to stop Sabrina from enabling her drinking habits. It was a troubling situation that painted Sabrina as someone who might not have had Wendy's best interests at heart. Despite all of this, Wendy's health seemed to be improving. In fact, when Sabrina made her claims about Wendy being permanently incapacitated, Wendy's son, Kevin Jr., wasn't having it. He didn't believe Sabrina's accusations and responded strongly. He left a comment on the Shade Room, stating that he didn't believe Wendy was incapacitated in the slightest. Shortly after this, Wendy was spotted shopping at a holistic store in New Jersey, and she appeared to be walking on her own and engaging with employees. According to one employee at the store, Wendy looked healthy, was full of energy, and appeared to be in complete control of her faculties. That wasn't the last time Wendy was seen in public. Just a few weeks ago, she was spotted in her car when a group of fans approached her. They commented on how healthy she looked, and Wendy engaged with them effortlessly, seeming completely in control of her speech and movements. People were thrilled to see her doing so well, and many took to social media to express their happiness that Wendy appeared to be on the mend. However, not everyone was pleased with Sabrina's role in all of this. Many people criticized her for allegedly lying about Wendy's condition, with some even accusing her of fabricating the reports to maintain control over Wendy's finances and guardianship. One person commented, saying, "She doesn't look incapacitated to me. Go, Wendy. Live your life." Another person, who was a nurse, shared their professional opinion, stating that Wendy seemed alert, aware, and very much in control of her surroundings during her public appearances. This sentiment only grew stronger when Wendy made another public appearance, attending her son Kevin's graduation. Once again, she looked healthy, and the fact that she was able to attend the ceremony was proof enough that she wasn't incapacitated. She was going about her life as usual, much like she had done before her health issues. Even Charlemagne the God, who has worked closely with Wendy over the years, weighed in on the situation. During a segment on The Breakfast Club, he said that he had recently spoken to Wendy, and there was nothing about her that indicated she was incapacitated. In fact, he believed she was healthy enough to go back on air and host her show if she wanted to.
I spoke to Wendy over the holidays.
You did?
Yeah.
What happened?
She seemed perfectly fine to me. Like, Wendy sounded like she could do radio tomorrow if she wanted to.
You reached out to her. She reached out to you. How did that happen?
Oh, she called me. Yeah, and I don't know what incapacitated means in regards to dementia or whatever it is they say she was dealing with. But no, there ain't nothing incapacitated about Wendy Williams.
How was her energy? How was
she sound like Wendy Williams? Trying to tell you, like there was she didn't skip a beat. She actually said to me when she called me, she was like, "Why are you answering the phone like we just spoke yesterday? We just talked last week." Like she wanted me to be more excited that she called
Stop
me.
acting like you ain't sit on my lap, Nick. Stop.
That's
Stop
exactly that's exactly what it was.
Really?
To the point where you know sometimes you be on, like I have the phone on like my shoulder.
Yeah.
I was washing my hands because I had peed, and
we didn't have to hear that part.
I'm just saying. And,
all
then,
right.
and I guess the phone must have said record or something like that. So the phone says, and when I saw it, I stopped it. So it said
recording conversation.
Stopped.
Yeah.
So she was like, "Are you recording me?" And then she was like, "No, you wouldn't do that." Like, so it's like she's perfectly normal.
She said she wanted to come back to media. Did she say anything about that? Like she wished she could be giving us all the tea?
I don't want to say all of that.
Oh, okay.
But like I said, she could do radio tomorrow if she wanted to.
Oh, okay.
I say that.
All right, cool. That's what's up.
Wait a
Would she
minute.
want to?
That's not for me.
That.
Yeah,
You recorded the whole call, but you can't tell us.
I would never do that.
But,
all right,
but
cool.
Jesse should have asked him, did she want to do a podcast?
Well,
She said she already wanted to do a podcast before. She put that out there already.
I'm just saying she's calling you. You have your podcast
She called me because
network.
it was the holidays. Okay, that's what that was about. It was a holiday phone call, catching up with your people at the end of the year. That's what that was. Yes.
He was scared
We're dropping
as
the clues
hell.
bombs for Wendy Williams. Okay.
What'd you say, Jess?
I said he was scared as hell. We saw that number.
It wasn't a number. It was a block call. Thank you.
Anyway,
All right.
he was even more scared. You already know what's up.
No call ID.
So, with all of this new information coming to light, the question remains, is Sabrina truly falsifying reports about Wendy's health, or is there another agenda at play? Is Wendy's guardian trying to keep her in a state of dependency so she can continue to profit off her situation? The public is starting to see a different side of the story, and many are beginning to question the true motives behind Wendy's guardianship. It's clear that Wendy is on the mend, and people who have seen her recently are confident that she is far from incapacitated. There seems to be a growing consensus that someone has been working to keep her silenced for reasons that aren't entirely clear. However, one thing is certain, the truth is starting to come out. Wendy is showing the world that she is in control of her life and her health, and it seems that there are individuals who have been trying to keep her down for their own gain. This situation raises important questions about guardianship, privacy, and the ways in which individuals in the public eye can be manipulated or taken advantage of when they are vulnerable. It also serves as a reminder that the truth often comes to light, even when it's being suppressed. So, what do you think? Do you believe that Wendy's guardian is lying about her health, or do you think there's more to the story than meets the eye? Are people really trying to silence Wendy, or is there something else going on behind the scenes? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Let us know in the comments section below. And if you're interested in more updates on Wendy Williams and this ongoing saga, make sure to check out our other videos. You won't want to miss the latest developments.